If you are anything like me or just thinking, well, I haven't caught one of those before. Well, you got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, and world that we live in. So happy that you're here with me. And this is trying to get up on the Instagrams here. I think we're going. I think you got to keep hitting that button. There we go. Okay, we're up and running. Appreciate y'all hanging out. What's up? What's happening? Got a really cool text today, and this is one of my the favorite types of text to get. I have a couple things here. Let's see here. From my hunting group, says this is the best type of text to wake up to. Let me see here. Yeah, good way to start the day. From the guide, I've been doing a lot of scouting in 7 West. I hope you guys are preparing to shoot straight. Yes, you're darn right. I'm prepared to shoot straight. Straight where? I have no idea, but I'm very prepared to shoot straight. I'm very excited to get this thing locked in. Very excited. I need to get this locked in. Get my one bull elk, and then I can just get cow elk from the rest of the time here. And I think it was Brendan. I don't think Brendan's going to be around today, but Brendan did mention after at the end of the show yesterday that apparently his brother or sister-in-law or somebody took. So it would be his brother-in-law took his girlfriend, I believe, out hunting and said, we're hunting cow. And they're talking about cow elk. And she shot a cow. She shot a cow, a cattle cow. Yeah. That is expensive, by the way. What up, Grizz? Good to see you. What's new? What's happening? What's good, my man? What it be? The cool kids saying that still? No, they're not. Okay, let's get into the program, shall we? I have caught a lot of weird things. I really have. I've caught a lot of weird things in my life. I'm not talking to, Grizz, not that kind of caught. I'm talking about a shore leave or anything. Jeez. I'm talking about fishing. I've caught a bunch of stuff. I've caught ducks. I've caught snapping turtles. I have caught branches. I have caught darn near everything you could possibly think to catch. I've caught the wrong target species. And as an example, I had, what was it? It was I believe it was, yes, I was fishing for smallmouth with a little tiny rooster tail lure in the current of the Colorado River. And I hooked into what it seemed to be a whale. I mean, absolutely whale. And so I had 6-pound line on there. I had a 10-pound catfish on the line in the current with 6-pound line on a little rooster tail and a little tiny pole. It took me about 20-ish minutes, seemed like 2 hours, to finally finesse this thing in. And at the very end, it took me hand lining it because I was just the drag the whole time. And I'm like, I'm just cooking this thing. And we just hand line the thing in. So yes, you catch weird things. You catch even weirder things when you are out in the ocean commercial fishing. So some commercial fishermen are having a good time out there. They're doing a good time off the East Coast, right? And they were they had their nets down, and they were fishing for, I believe it was halibut is what they were doing. They were fishing for some halibut, having a hell of a day. Got the first nets up. Everything's good. Things are good. And now we have a profitable trip. Let's get those nets down again and see what we're doing. So he says here, we're having a good morning at that point, pulling in hundreds of pounds of fish. And then they deployed the nets for a second time. And the trawling equipment, the nets and all of the cables and stuff, well, they got tore up. And the boat started to get pulled. And they're like thinking, do we hit an orca or something? What do we got in there? What do we have? A whole pot of orca pulling us along here? Well, the weirdest thing I have seen caught to date or read about caught to date is the USS Virginia. These guys caught a submarine weighing 7,800 pounds, and it just started towing up 2 miles out to sea. Submarine had gotten into our halibut nets and towed us 2 nautical miles northwards into open sea. So they had to call, they called the Coast Guard And the Coast Guard came out rallying out to them. The submarine did not stop. No one decided to call the U.S. Navy and say, hey, excuse me. I mean, we're not supposed to know that you have a submarine down here, but we know you have a submarine down here. Can you get it to stop? Full reverse. Just get the thing to stop for a second. And no, so they actually, the Coast Guard boarded while it was cruising along and got all the nets cut. Now, this cost the sailors, the fishermen, thousands and thousands of dollars. They already lost the net at the bottom. Then they had a net caught in the prop of the propeller of the submarine, and then all of the other equipment, like their pulleys and their cables and all that, cost them thousands and thousands of dollars. Ready for this? They got a and I'm sorry, this is off of Norway. So the Norwegian Coast Guard got a note from the U.S. Navy. I'm not kidding. This is so stupid. Ready for this? We appreciate Norway's continued support for U.S. submarine deployments. You are essential in deterring and defending against an increasing complex security environment. We have an $80 trillion ZZD, it should be simoleons at this point, budget for our Navy. We can't give this dude a new boat. I think we'd all be cool with giving a Norwegian dude a new boat because our submarine jacked it up. Anybody cool with that? You know, couple $100,000. Look, I live out in the West Valley. I watch these F-35s coming and going all day long. $100,000, $200,000 trips. Just do. We can't give this guy this boat because we went and jacked it up. Halibut is the last fish I ate before learning I'm allergic to fish. Oh, damn. Okay, Rhonda. That sucks. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, well, I guess you know that. Yeah. Yeah. What did I miss? Mike and Rhonda dancing. Yeah. Okay. Whale, a snapping turtle. Yeah, sure. I did catch a snapping turtle. I didn't catch a whale, though. I thought it was, you see, that was the thing. I thought it was a whale. Yeah, obviously, I didn't think it was a whale of a fish. And it became a whale of a tail. No, it felt like it because it was a giant catfish on the end of a tiny little lure and rod and reel. That's really what it was there. Yes, but I've seen a lot of people catch some really crazy things. I had oh God, how did we work this out? Sarah was casting, intern Sarah. She was casting, she caught a turtle. Intern Beans was behind her and ready to cast, and she caught intern Nuge. And then I was snagged up on something, I forget what it was, but we were all entangled in this this happy mess. But still, not the USS Virginia. Yeah, but they got a nice note, right? Isn't that sweet? And a nice note from the United States Navy. Oh, hey, good job, Coast Guard. What about Quint and his dinghy out here? You know, there's a lot of money that you guys just tore up. Oh well, no, sir, we weren't there. Because we're not supposed to know you're there, so it's not like you can avoid it. Can't avoid a submarine. You don't know what's there. It's just there. And the weird thing is the submarine shouldn't have been at that depth anyway. But, again, the Navy's like, thanks, Coast Guard. Good job, Norwegians. How about this? A pet owner. This is a couple of headlines I just caught this morning. I just thought it'd be fun to talk about. A pet owner calls for help after getting overwhelmed with over 1,000 mice in his home. Now, pet owner. You ready for this? Pet owner. Yeah, the dude had a pet mice collection and didn't know that they were going to breed. And so you had to call the authorities to come over and basically save him from his thousands of mice infestation in his home. And the reason why, why? Is this an outdoor show? Aren't we supposed to be talking about the outdoors? Yes, we are. One of these articles always make me think about people bringing things home as pets. And if you see, and this is very crucial, whether you're hiking, whether you're backpacking, you're camping, whether you're hunting, whatever it is, you should not care about any, and I mean any, abandoned baby. No. Very rarely are animals abandoned in the wild. Very rarely. I know. Give me this Bambi garbage. Very rarely are they abandoned in the wild. If you see a baby, call someone and leave. Call Game and Fish and get out of there. Because you're like, oh, look at this little baby elk. Look at this little fawn. It's so cute, isn't that? You know who's behind you? Mommy. Oh, look at the cute little bear. It looks like a teddy bear. It's so fluffy. You know who's behind you? Mama. Yeah, just leave that stuff alone. Just really leave this stuff. There was one guy a few years ago, here locally too. He actually deer fawn, tiny deer fawn, grabbed it, put it in an empty 12-pack case, and took it to the bar to show his buddies before he called authorities. Took it to his new little pet deer. Yeah, he was arrested. And rightfully so. I think we're all in agreement that you're not long for this world. It is not long for this world. We can lock you up for a little while because you just don't do that. And Queen Bee is part or has been part of a bird rescue program where she's apparently listed on some site where somebody's there's a baby owl that fell from its nest and it's out there just doing nothing. So they call her. Like at all hours, they call her, and she tells them either who to call or okay, I'm going to come out and grab it if she's feeling that way. And that's how we got Blue for about a week, which was a little baby great horned owl, and so cute. Jeez, he was on the Blue course at Wigwam. That's why we called him Blue. But I mean, there are times where things are abandoned, but the key part there is I didn't take it under my wing, so to speak. I called someone. And call someone, please. Please call someone. I mean, if you think that there's an animal in jeopardy, that's what we want to do. We'd love to have that animal be rescued. And if it is a rescue situation, it shall be rescued. So then there's this really cool rescue facility in Central Phoenix that actually ended up taking Blue to. And I was, I had to have him in his little box, and he was just comfy and happy and just kind of, checking out his little thing and eating his little worms. And he was just a happy dude. And so I take him, but then now I'm standing in line at this window of people bringing animals in. Not lying. I was the fourth person there. 3 people in front of me all had baby dove and a baby quail, 2 baby dove and a baby quail that they were bringing in to rescue. I wasn't judging. Okay, but I was judging because I'm like, okay, dude, I got a great horned owl here, right here. I got a badass of badasses that we want to protect. That quail and those dove right there, those are his snacks. Like, what are we doing? Why are we putting resources into that? And I'm telling you, the rescues are probably like, okay, I don't know. Okay, thank you. It's so wonderful. Put it out back with that. I don't whatever. Yeah. But the place that it went to actually has a mama owl that you put the little babies up in the little thing, and the mama owl just comes, and now my baby, yeah, just adopts it like that. So cool, so cool, so cool. But yes, please stay away, and I mean very, very far away from anything animal you think needs to be rescued. Just get to cell reception and make it happen. People really think that wild animals are sweet and gentle. They are maroons. You're right, Rhonda. They are. Because, okay, hold on a second. I'll back that up a little bit. Because they come by it honestly. We grow up watching Disney movies where animals are talking and they're cute and they're cuddly and they're loving. We'll have all these videos on YouTube and all these videos on social media that show us just these cute, cuddly little animals and walk around the zoo and they're so happy and everything. Life is so good. And yeah, you know what? Animals are really happy at the zoo. They really are. They're caged. No, they have no predators. They're good. They're not looking over their shoulder constantly. They're happy. Way, way happy. Juvenile bird. What kind of bird was it? Let's see here. 2 years ago, we had a juvenile bird in the backyard. Mama was close by, and he couldn't fly. Managed to keep him safely in the yard for a couple of days before he found his wings. Nice. Okay. All right. Because usually in the bird world, they're like, can't fly? All right. Well, we'll hatch another bird soon enough, so you're all good. Grizz, no, you are not a cuddly animal. See, it's a trap. Grizz is like a Venus flytrap. See, Grizz is like, oh, come on over. I'm just a cuddly. No, you're a grizzly, dude. You're just a dangerous animal. I kid because I love kid. What up, Bray? Some animals are ugly, and that's okay. Nope. Here's the deal. You know what the ugly animals, and Bree knows the answer to this. You know what ugly animals are okay to do? Everyone that has ever challenged me on hunting, if I tell them I'm hunting javelina, they're like, oh, fine. Yeah, cool. Go hunt javelina. That's fine. But they're like, how could you shoot a deer? Oh, in a little tiny dove. They're like, javelina? Oh, hell yeah. And then I start telling them, I'm like, yeah, when offshore fishing got some, some albacore and some yellowtail. And they're like, oh, hell yeah, that's great. Oh, yeah, kill them all you want. They're not cute. They're not cuddly. Mm-hmm. Ugly ones are fun. Yes. Grizz, I had your whole program. I had your own program mapped. Yeah, you figured out you weren't a tough book to read. I'll tell you that much. But that is a fundamental thing when it comes to the anti-hunting world. They come by it honestly, and again, I'm not ripping them because it's okay to be anti-hunting. I don't care. I'm anti-hunting. That's totally okay. I hope they accept me for that. I am very pro-hunting. They're anti-hunting. That's okay if they are consistent. And that's my first thing that I ask. And I try not to be combative with it. But if people say, like, how in the world can you hunt? How could you kill an animal? Because usually it's over a lunch or something, or maybe have an appetizer, some chicken wings in front of us, there's things that used to be alive right in front of us. And like, oh, gee, how can you do that? That is barbaric. That's awful. Are you a vegan? Is my next question. And it is a very sincere question, because if you're a vegan, yes, we can have a wonderful conversation now. You and I can talk. You and I can talk like grown-ups. And how cool would that be if we can actually have a discussion that is productive from two people that are all in for that ideology or that cause? Right? So if we're in the business of winning hearts and minds, ripping on somebody that's a vegan saying, what your food is what my food eats, or something like, I forget the term that people throw out there. No, I know that we're not starting that way. Say, are you vegan? Cool. I'd love to have a conversation. I'm gonna try and change your mind. You're definitely not gonna change my mind. I ain't going vegan. Let's understand why we are how we are, and we can move on and respect each other. That's how you win hearts and minds. Because you start clowning these people, guess what they do? They dig their heels in deeper, and then they go tell all their friends about how evil hunters are. All hunters are evil. All hunters are terrible. They're awful. No, we're not. We're really cool people. And so, starting with that commonality, it's fantastic. And then I would just have a good 5-6 questions just locked up. Like, have you always been a vegan? Is it a family thing? Or, just really show some interest, really, not concern, some interest in what they have to say. And then you're going to have a wonderful conversation with people that don't hunt. I mean, it's so damn easy. Oh, you're a vegan? let me show you this grip and grin I had. See this dead elk? No, it's not. See the blood coming out of his mouth? So you admit javelina exists now, huh? You know something? Okay, see, now Bree's calling me out. No, I said it's okay to hunt javelina. I didn't say I believe javelina exist. They don't. They're fictitious creatures. See, venison diplomacy. Thank you, John Odell. I appreciate you, my man. Oh, I owe you a call, but dude, time zones, bro. And John Odell, just because I have him here, and I apologize, going on a conversation off the side there. My man, Jonathan, I roll into another show right after this one. So if you say call me after the show, I'm still up. I've got another hour and a half where I'm doing another show. So we're definitely going to get a time together where we can talk. So give me a couple AZ times and days, and I will nail it for you, buddy. I really, really would love to catch up with you. Would love to. And just so you guys know, he is one of the coolest humans on the planet. He is the person that explained the term gamey to me, the word gamey, and what it really means and why things are gamey, because he's a biologist and a lot smarter than me. Yes. I don't hunt. Okay, this is so Ron coming in here. I don't hunt, but I don't think hunting is wrong so long as you're hunting for food and not for trophies. Okay, I do agree to that. For the most part, I agree with that. I truly do. Yet there is trophy hunting that does participate in the model of wildlife conservation. It just does. So if a certain amount of tags are allotted, if somebody's out there hunting for food, cool. If somebody's out there hunting because they just want some bone on the wall, okay. Well, I mean, you got a tag. Everything is legal. There is no law stating that if I have a tag, I need to fully process that elk, and I need to use every piece of. I need to have the hide, and I need to use every piece of meat. I need to cut the bones for bone marrow. I need to, there's no law for that. So I will not begrudge somebody for trophy hunting as long as that trophy hunting is legal and ethical. I'm down. Totally down. Yeah, I'm not a trophy hunter, but I would. Well, hold on. I don't know if I'm not a trophy hunter. Let me put it this way. Because in 2 weeks, I will be going on what I would consider to be a trophy hunt, because I would like to have a bull elk. And I'll be fine with one and done, but I would love to have a bull elk for the wall. So that's kind of trophy hunting, but I am eating it, and it's for the freezer. All right. Okay. So Bree's coming in. Hold on. Bree's got something to say. Bree, it's good to have you as part of the program again. I'm so excited about that. Dude, counter with, consider this. How can you know the joy of a fine meal without knowledge of what you have personally harvested? That's right. That's right. Yes. With all the GMO, pesticides, and other general nastiness that's out there, there's plenty of people that appreciate local harvest. Odell does rock, doesn't he? Oh, I think you were there for the pigeon, weren't you, Bree? We need to go show family reunion. Amen to that, sister. We sure as heck do. And so I think that's wonderful, because the local vor movement was huge. People wanted to have everything locally sourced, and they wanted to know where their animal proteins were coming from, whether it's a local farm or whether it's a local, whatever it is. They wanted to know that everything, kind of the field to fork, sky to fork, stream to fork, whatever it is, field to table. And that's a big new movement. And Bray, it's a wonderful point, is as you do that, as you break down that that barrier between you, and you genuinely want to know what the hell. I have someone in my heart very near and dear to me is a vegan. And I just think I always think it's funny that we have to have vegan stuff for her, but I'm like, you know what, whatever, okay, it is what it is. That doesn't mean I don't love her. But to have, and we haven't even had the hunting versus vegan conversation. Haven't even started that conversation yet. But to break down those walls and say, listen, I genuinely care about what you're saying and who you are. And if you don't have to ask the same of me, because I'm already ready to have a conversation, that's a wonderful thing to do. It is one of the reasons why we harvest our own animal proteins, is because we just want to know where it's been. We've had our hands on the entire process, and it's not processed, right? So I think that's a really, really good way to look at that, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yes. And the poppers and the jackrabbit sandwich. Yeah. Oh, so what Jim say? Hopefully soon our food producers will use less chemicals and junk in our purchased foods. Yeah. And water, for the love of grief, y'all. How much water is used and processed the steak that you find at Safeway and Fry's? Come on. Oh man. I'm telling you, it really, really is something to look at when we're dealing in the Southwestern United States here in our water shortage and our drought, is how we process beef and meat, chicken, poultry. The water use is absurd. Yeah, but again, I'm not saying that my way is better. I'm just saying that you eat animal proteins, I eat animal proteins. I'm just brave enough to go kill it myself. No, I kid. Do not say that. I kid. It was a joke. Please do not use that as part of your conversation. Oh, you eat hamburger, huh? Yeah, you're mad at me for hunting? Yeah. At least I'm man enough to go kill it myself. Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that. I did check my email, Rhonda. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I didn't even get back to immediately, but I did. Yeah. Vegans are rational. They are rational people. Vegans can be rational people, though, Lynn. They can. Yeah. And some people just are vegan because they have a love and a heart, a genuine heart for animals. They're just animal lovers. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if they want to go all in and say, I love animals so much, I won't wear an animal product. I don't have leather seats in my car, and I don't eat animal products. I don't wear products that have been tested on animals. I'm all in. I love it. If you can keep that to yourself, this ain't CrossFit. You don't have to tell everyone about it. Let me tell you something. That's the worst. That's like okay, showing up to a family barbecue wearing camo and showing everybody your grip and grin, and the camo still has blood from when you're processing it. Like it's like, dude, come on, we know you hunt, dude. Okay, cool. You brought some dove poppers. Cool. The vegan, same thing. Like, just shut up about it. Just say, yeah, no, I just don't eat meat. It's all good, and smile. God, we can just I promise we can get along. I really, really do. I mean, people that don't CrossFit. Yeah, yeah. That CrossFit is it. CrossFit and veganism. What? I did see a meme that said I saw a cockroach in my house the other day and I sprayed it with Axe body spray, and now he goes by Chad and won't shut up about CrossFit. Yeah. When there was studies of pain responses and communication reactions that happen when you kill plants. Oh, I know. But you see, I know, Brendan, but and good to have you here, Brendan. Hold on a second here. Yeah. Pointing out, like we had with Kevin Costner, that scene from Yellowstone when he was addressing the protesters. He was talking about, have you ever plowed a field? Have you ever seen what you eat? What you eat kills a lot of animals. A lot of animals die. But again, that's not part of the winning hearts and minds kind of vibe. Later on down the road, as you have a couple conversations with this person that is just as convicted as you are, that might be something to bring up. Hey, look into what it takes to plow a field. And by the way, he stopped on that. Kevin Costner stopped on it. Kills every bug, every groundhog, everything, whatever the heck you kill, every T-Rex that is in that field. And he said, anything that doesn't, Lynn, that's right. Anything that it doesn't kill, second pass is just straight Monsanto. Just poison. Yeah. Also, we can make that. Fake leather isn't any better than real. Yeah, listen, fake leather is, I call that genuine imitation leather. It's genuine imitation leather. Genuine imitation leather. Holy cow. Oh, look at that. Look at the time. We ran out of time. Jonathan, text a boy. Let's get this going here, man. And y'all, I will check my email, Rhonda. I promise you guys are the bestest of the best. Let's have a fun conversation. That went into a whole different way. I've had 2 more things to talk about today. We will get to them tomorrow right here on the Go Show. Celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of the state, nation, and world that we live in. Have a great day, everybody. See you.